Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm happy to have you here today. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Candace.
And we're gonna do a little recovery work for you today. So we're gonna work on kind of getting your chest opened up, getting those hips loosened up. If you have a foam roller, you will need that today. Also, handy will be a chair or a couch if you have it. If not, it's not necessary. Hi Paige, hi Anna, hi Lauren, good to see you guys.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead and come to your mat if you have a mat. If not, no worries. We're gonna start with just some shoulder circles. So we're gonna put hands on the shoulders, okay? Just fingertips resting on the shoulders. And I want you to make the biggest circles that you can with your elbows, all the way up, all the way back. We're gonna go in reverse here. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's come see who's joining. Hi Q, how are you?
Yay.
Carly, Nicole, Raquel, what's up, what's up?
We got a squad today.
Let's go a few more here. And let's go the other direction. So bring those elbows as far behind you as you can. Pull your shoulder blades together. Think about there being big circles on either side of you, and you're trying to trace those circles with your elbows. We'll go a few more in this direction. Glad to see you too, Q. Hello, Anna Newton.
Hi.
Missed your faces.
Oh my gosh, I know we missed y'all so much.
Glad you showed up today. Take care of your bodies. All right, so we're gonna do a little, incorporate a little spinal flexion and extension. So you're gonna leave your hands on your shoulders, and we're gonna make that big circle again, and this time we're gonna round forward and think about bringing your elbows together in front. And then you're gonna stand, do a big reverse circle with those elbows, and think about bringing them behind the back. And let's repeat that. Big circle, fold it forward. And reverse. And forward. And reverse. Let's do that one more time. Big circles forward. And reverse. Pull together. And go ahead and relax. Okay, we're gonna go into a deep squat here. So I want your feet wider than hip width, a little wider than your usual squat stance, toes turned out about 45 degrees or so. And we're just gonna sink those hips all the way down as low as you can. Just going into this deep sumo squat. So hands can be together in front of your chest. Use those elbows to pry your knees apart here, okay? Keep your chest up as high as you can. Don't round forward. And we're just gonna kind of shift right to left. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. You're just kind of trying to find some good, juicy movement while you're down here. In whatever way feels good to you. You're gonna lift those hips up to the ceiling. So you're in your wide-legged forward fold. Let your head, top of your head relax down towards the floor. Thank you guys for joining us. Hi, Robin. All right, from here, go ahead and sink your hips back down. We're going back into that prying sumo squat. Just kind of shifting around a little bit here, finding whatever movement feels good to you. And let's bring your hands to the floor. Lift those hips up to the ceiling, straighten the legs, and we're coming into that wide-legged forward fold. Just gonna get a little hamstring stretch in here. You can incorporate a little bit of rocking back and forth, left to right here too. Get a little bit more into one leg than the other. Nice little low back stretch as well. Let's do that one more time. Sink those hips down. We're coming into that deep prying squat. And if you find a spot that feels kind of sticky, like you want to hang out there longer, then you can hang out there. Stop for a second. Just kind of rest into it. And let's go one more wide-legged forward fold. Hands down, straighten the legs, lift the hips, and drop the head. And let's go ahead and bring the hands to the hips and stand all the way up. Okay, I'm gonna pass it off to Candace.
All right, so go ahead and grab your foam rollers for this next one. We're gonna spend a little bit of time releasing the glute muscles, the hips, and your quads, and then end with a little bit of upper back. All right, we spent a lot of time on our lower leg the past couple weeks, so we're really gonna focus on the hip portion, all right? So let's go ahead and start with our left side. All right, so we're gonna get the glute, the top part right in through here. So what you're gonna do is sit down on top of the foam roller. On the left side, take your left leg, cross it over the right, okay? And then you're just gonna roll kind of up and down, nice and slow. What's going on over there, Lauren?
I didn't know that it hurt so bad until it hurt so bad.
So nice and slow, just right around that top glute muscle there, nice and easy. If you find a really tender spot, then you can kind of bring your knee down towards the floor there and kind of roll a little bit deeper into it. All right, but we're gonna hang out up here on that left glute for a little bit longer. Again, just try to find your spots. Remember to try to keep your muscles as relaxed as you can. Don't tighten it up. So whenever you're crossing the left leg over, that just kind of opens up the muscle a little bit more. You can find more knots that way. Lean into it, hold. There you go, hang out here. Let's stay here for about 15 more seconds, just really working on that side. Good. All right, moving on. So staying on this side, we're going to move into your IT band on the left leg, okay? So with that, you can either go forearm on the ground, or you can keep your palm down. It depends on how much pressure you want to put on this muscle, because sometimes it can be a lot more painful than you planned. So again, keep your right leg crossed over the left side, and that adds more pressure to it as well, but you want to make sure the foam roller starts right below your hip, okay? And then just roll down nice and easy, and you're going to stop right above your knee, okay? We're not trying to roll through your knee joint. Just take your time on this one, and again, just keep trying to relax your muscle, okay? And again, pause on those really tender spots, those knots, if you will. Just kind of hang out there. How many people have been neglecting foam rolling? You can raise your hand, it's fine.
Who's gonna admit it?
Who's gonna admit it?
Who's gonna
That's the
admit it?
thing. Whew.
I haven't been neglecting, but I definitely am not doing it as much as I should. Hi, Gina.
Hey!
Okay, so Paige is either waving or she's raising her hand and saying she's neglecting foam rolling. Either way, hello.
Hello, hello. All right, so we're gonna move into a plank position. You're still staying on your left side. We're just gonna shift to the front side of our leg, so we're gonna get our quad. All right, and just have that right leg out to the side here. Okay, guys? And again, you can stay up like this if it hurts too bad, or you can just really bring it down. And then again, relax your muscle belly as much as you can. Start right below your hip or your hip flexor, and then roll all the way through it. Stop again right above your knee, okay? Don't stop in the middle. Make sure you get the whole muscle belly on this one. And just remember to breathe. You can kind of shift your leg around too, just trying to find those tight areas. And if you find a knot here, then you can bring your heel up towards your glute and just kind of stretch out that muscle too. Makes it a little bit more painful, but it's worth it. It's worth it, I promise. There you go. Spend a little bit more time here. About 10 more seconds, guys. Always remember to breathe on this. All right. Let's go ahead and come back to a seated position. We're going to switch over to our right side. So we are going to start with our glute on the right side here. So again, you're going to sit on top of that foam roller, cross your right leg over the left. And then roll up and down, try to find that spot. Just nice and easy right on that top part of the glute. This will help release your back, your hip. So everyone can go on a nice run today, right?
Yeah, the weather's perfect for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've been lucky with weather.
And then you can roll, bring your knees down towards the floor with that right knee. Just lean into it a little bit deeper here. Good, stay here just a little bit longer, about 10 more seconds. Just really work to open up this side, guys. All right, and let's move it into that side plank, still staying on the right side. We're going into your IT band. So propping the foam roller right beneath your hip on this one, crossing your left leg over the right, and then again, roll all the way through your muscle belly until you get right above your knee. So you're not trying to roll through your knee joint on this one. Yeah. Oh. Ow.
My body sort of goes into like panic mode on when we're rolling certain things. This is one of them. Really.
Yeah,
I get like short on breath and I start sweating and I get real tense.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Certain things just don't feel
Is anybody else sweating as much as we are?
relaxing.
It must be the tea lights.
It's the tea lights.
Stay here for just a little bit longer. Let's go about 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna roll into your quad on the right side. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So full plank position. So again, you're gonna position that foam roller right below your hip. And then just let that left leg kind of hang out to the side. Your toes will drag on the ground. Let your muscles relax and then just roll nice and easy through it. Good job. So again, don't stop short. Make sure you're going all the way down towards your knee and then all the way back up. And if you hit a tense spot again, you can bring your heel up to your glute. Good, nice and easy. Just breathe here. We're gonna hang out for about 15 more seconds on this quad. You might notice that one side was tighter than the other.
For sure.
Yep. All right, guys, go ahead and bring it down. We're gonna finish it off with an upper back release. All right, so on this one, you wanna we'll start right between the shoulder blades on this one. So I'm gonna have you cross your hands over your chest just like this. And then we're just gonna kind of relax the neck, or keep the chin tucked just a little bit. Just roll right below the base of the neck. So don't roll your neck, guys. Just nice, slow, and controlled. Again, take your time on this one. You can roll over to the right side if you like. If you find something there, hang out on the right for a little bit. Same goes for the left side. You can do the same there. Just remember to breathe here. We'll hang out for another 15 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it on down. All right, time for a nap. Just kidding. So put your foam rollers away. Lauren's gonna take it away from here. We're gonna go into more cool stretches.
That one feels so good. Let's be honest, we all spend way too much time like slumped forward. We just do. So that one feels really good. Okay, come on up to stand if you're not already there. Just gonna go into an easy little IT band stretch here. So, IT and hamstrings as well. So we're gonna take one foot and we're just gonna cross it around to the other side of the other foot. and then we're folding forward. So hinging at the hips, send those hips back, fold all the way forward. So if your right foot is crossed over your left, you should be feeling this on the outer part of that left leg. A little bit in the left hamstring, but crossing one leg over like that gets a little bit more into the IT band. So just breathe here, relax, let your head hang. You might have your palms on the floor, your fingertips on the floor. Fingertips might be on your shins. If you can't come down that far. You also, in any kind of forward fold or anything where you need to bring your hands to the floor, you always have an option of keeping that foam roller in front of you. So if your hands don't come to the floor, you can bring the floor to you. Okay, prop up on your foam roller. And stay here about 15 more seconds. Take a couple more deep breaths. Next exhale, see if you can't fold forward a little bit more. And let's bring the hands to the hips and stand all the way up. And we're just gonna uncross and cross the other direction. Send those hips back. Bring the belly towards the thighs, chest towards the knees, drop the head. Seconds here, just focusing on the length of your inhalations and your exhalations. Coming a little deeper into the stretch on the exhale. Let's get one more big breath in here. And exhale it out. Okay, bring those hands to your hips. Stand all the way up and uncross. Okay, we're going to get into the quads a little bit here. So we're going to do a kneeling quad stretch. So if you have your chair or your couch handy, this is where that will come in. Foam roller will also work for this. If you don't have any of those things, that's okay. I'll show you a modification. So we're going to come down to kneel. And we're going to bring the right foot in front. Okay. So if you don't have a chair, couch, foam roller, etc., your option here is to reach behind you and grab for that foot, okay, and pull it in. Okay, so we'll be here. Other option is resting your foot on top of the foam roller or your chair or your couch. It's going to give you a much deeper stretch. If you have any knee issues here, which actually kneeling on my right knee is kind of painful for me right now, so you also have the option, you can cushion under your knee, or if you don't have something available right now, you can do this standing, holding onto a wall for support if you need it, and just in a standing position. That balance. Yeah. Get ya. We're gonna hold it here for about 15 more seconds. Whatever you choose to do, I want you to make sure to get more into that quad, we're tucking that pelvis underneath you. Okay? Pull your belly button in towards your spine. And let's go ahead and release that foot. And we'll switch sides. I'm gonna do this one standing. So remember, this is my pelvis untucked, this is tucked. We want to be in that tucked position. That's gonna get even more into that quad, regardless of whether you're kneeling, standing. Keep it tucked. Keep that core active. Check in on everybody. How are we doing? Hi, Lauren. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining us. Glad you're here, as always. Hold a few more seconds on this side. And let's go ahead and release that foot. Come out of your stretch. We're gonna come to lie on our backs. We're gonna do some supine windmills. So we'll lay all the way on our backs. Go ahead and bring your knees up towards your chest. And then we're just gonna let both of those knees fall towards the floor and rest on the floor. Okay, so you can stay in this position, just kind of come to roll all the way to one side. We're gonna let that, if you're lying on your left side, you're gonna let your left arm extend out straight, okay? Right arm is gonna start down here by your hip, and you're just gonna make a giant circle with that right hand. So bring it up in front, all the way overhead, all the way behind, and open it up. So you're in this giant T shape with your upper body. And bring it back. Bring your right hand to meet your left, and then we'll repeat. We're making giant circles here. Go at your own pace. Some nice spinal rotation, opening up the chest. Let's everybody get one more. And then the next time you come to center, we're just gonna roll back onto your back, bring your knees with you, and we're gonna let them fall the other direction. So making giant circles with those fingertips. Trace them along the floor, overhead, out wide. Arms are open wide. And then we'll reverse it. Do one more. And bring it back in. And then we're going to roll over onto our backs. Bring your knees with you. Good. Okay, go ahead and roll on up. We're going to finish off here with a nice long pigeon hold on each side. Yes. Favorite. Such a good one. Okay, so come onto your hands and knees. Okay. We're going to press up into your plank, and from here we're going to bring your right knee between your hands. Let that right foot come just behind the left hand and come to rest on the outer edge of that right leg. Okay? So from here, I want you to untuck your left toes, let that leg be long behind you. Even turn around, take a look behind you and see if your leg is in alignment. Your hip, knee, ankles, toes should all be in a nice straight line behind you, okay? Sometimes those toes kind of roll out, so try to internally rotate that leg so we've got a nice straight line. So your options here are, you can stay here on your fingertips. This might already be a really intense stretch for you. If it is, great. You can stay on your fingertips, or you can start to fold forward, coming onto your elbows, or even bringing your forehead to the floor. Your choice. We're going to hold it here for about 2 minutes. And plenty of time, so if you even want to start up on your hands and kind of work your way down to the floor as you ease into the stretch, that's fine. If this stretch is not accessible for you, you can also do a modified pigeon lying on your back. So that might look something like this, crossing the ankle on top of the knee, okay? Maybe bringing it in this way. So either way, you're still getting into that right hip. So if you want to progress this a little bit, you can work on bringing that right heel closer, making your right shin more parallel to the wall that's in front of you. Okay, so bringing that heel away from your body versus in towards your hip. But don't do that at the expense of your left hip rolling open. If it does, then that might not be accessible for you.
Yeah, that's about all I can
That's,
do on
yeah,
that.
it's a tough one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
definitely difficult.
yeah.
Good though.
So you might also, we're going to be here another 45 seconds. You might just work on, instead of making your shin parallel, just bringing it forward an inch, maybe a centimeter. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna press into the hands, tuck the back toes underneath you, press into the hands, really press the floor away and step that foot back. Nice and easy here. Good job, guys. Gonna shake it out a little bit, shifting left to right, and then we're gonna go into the other side. So left knee will come between the hands, we're coming to the outer side of that left leg, right toes will untuck. Take a look behind you, see how that leg is doing. We don't want it externally rotated. We want a nice straight line from the hip to the knee to the heel to the toes. And then you can stay here. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So you can work your way down to your level. Maybe you just stay on your fingertips the whole time. That's totally fine. About halfway through on this side, start to focus on your breathing. Got about 30 seconds left, so remember you can kind of start to move that left heel away from you a little bit, left foot away from you a little bit. If you need to progress. Okay, let's press up onto the hands and tuck the right toes underneath you. Press into your hands, lift those hips up, stretch that leg back. Shake it out a little bit here, right to left, and then come on down to your knees. And that's a wrap for today, guys.
Woo!
Thank you again for joining us. As always, we love having you guys. We miss your faces. Can't wait to see you in person. Yeah, tomorrow we have
The full bod squat. That is Nicole and Gina, so do not miss it.
Don't miss it. 12 o'clock. Okay,
All
we'll
right,
see you guys
there.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.